Hi, friendzies! Welcome to my little corner of the internet where we celebrate adulting and life as it unfolds. In our last episode, we pulled back the curtain on patriarchy as a system, not a battle between men and women, but a framework we all inherit. And tonight, while sharing my fruit salad dinner recipe, I want to dissect one of the most common and frustrating symptoms of that system: why men avoid accountability. For my fruit dinner tonight, I've got banana, pineapple, blueberries, and watermelon. But before I dig in, I want to make one thing very clear. This video is not about attacking men, and it's definitely not about starting a gender war. The world works best when healthy masculine and feminine energies coexist. We should complement each other. We should not fight each other. And of course, I already know what someone out there is thinking. You're a woman. Why are you talking about men? Focus on women. That's who you are. You can't speak about something you are not. And that's a fair point. But here's the thing: we don't live in separate bubbles, we live in a shared society. As a woman, we are directly impacted by these behaviors in our relationship, our workplace, even in our families. We are often left holding the bag of emotional labor. So, understanding the why behind this isn't about speaking for men. It's about understanding our shared reality so we can navigate it with clarity and not frustration. Accountability is a human issue, not a gender issue. If we want healthy communities and societies, we all need to look at the patterns we inherit: male, female, anyone. So, tonight, as I chop and prep my fruits, let's have this real conversation. Grab your own fruits, your snack. This is a story time, a reflection, and maybe a little life's lesson all rolled into one. So, when I say accountability, I'm not talking about a casual, my bad. I'm talking about the deep, core ability to look at your own action, your impact on others, your mistakes, and your shortcomings, and genuinely on them. To say, I see how I hurt you, I was wrong, I need to do better, and then actually follow through. So, why is this so hard? It's because the system of patriarchy sets men to fail in this specific area. So, let's peel this back layer by layer. The first layer takes us back to childhood, just like we talked about the last episode. The patriarchal script for boys is clear: be strong, be a provider, be a rock, don't cry, don't show vulnerability. Winning is everything. In this framework, accountability isn't a virtue, it's a threat. To say I was wrong is to be weak. To admit I hurt you is to show a crack in the mirror. If your entire self worth is built on being the strong, infallible hero, then any admission of fault feels like a total collapse of identity. It's not that they don't see the problem, it's that acknowledging it feels like emotional suicide. So the ego, trained by patriarchy, slams on the brakes. It's easier to deflect, blame, rationalize anything but be vulnerable. The second layer is a sheer skill deficit. If you're socialized not to feel, but to man up, you never develop the emotional vocabulary or internal tool for self reflection. Think of it like a muscle that has never been worked out. Having a deep emotional charged conversation about hard feelings feels like being asked to run a marathon when you've never learned to walk. This is also where patriarchy encourages men to outsource emotional labor: listening, validating, apologizing, creating a repair plan. It works, and it's draining. Historically, the system has allowed men to avoid this labor, often expecting the women in their lives to manage the emotional fallout for them. Finally, layer three: the fear of actual consequences. When you truly hold yourself accountable, you have to change, and change is hard. Admit, yes, my spending is irresponsible. Now you must create a budget. Admit, yes, I'm not a present partner. Now you have to actively engage and must listen. The idea of consequences, loss of autonomy, the effort required can feel scarier than the crumbling relationship itself. The patriarchal status quo, even if miserable, is familiar. The unknown territory of being a better and more responsible person feel riskier. Put it all together, the fear of being perceived as weak, the lack of tools to handle emotional turmoil, and fear of practical consequences of change. And you have the perfect recipe for avoidance that patriarchy has written. So, friendzies, what do we do with this? Understanding the why helps us see defensive behavior not just as personal failure, but as systemic failure. It allows for strategic compassion, which is different from tolerance. You can see the scared, underskilled person behind the wall without excusing the damages the wall causes. And for the men listening, true strength isn't fragile, it embraces accountability, having the courage to admit wrong, the integrity to repair, and the strength to do better. That's how you break the system's script. Now, let's talk about male bonding. Male bonding can be wonderful if surrounded by the right group of men. Fun, supportive, uplifting, but sometimes it becomes a shield against accountability. Laughing at harmful behavior for societal approval, encouraging cheating or sabotaging a partner, calling friends derogatory names like simp for being kind or respectful, giving advice like get her pregnant or check your partner to control women. Men often stay silent when other men are abusive, blaming the women instead. She provoked him, she dressed inappropriately, or she should have managed his behavior. All of this teaches loyalty to the group instead of accountability. Silence is never neutral. Silence is complicity. Witnessing bad behavior and doing nothing communicates that their behavior is acceptable or the person harmed isn't worth defending. Society teaches men don't rock the boat, don't be soft, don't feel too much. And as an adult, many avoid accountability because silence has been rewarded for years. And again, the emotional labor falls on the women. About men crying and being emotional. My mom told me she's never seen my dad cry. I wondered in all those years of marriage, how is that even possible? She's seen him happy, excited, smile, but never in tears, even when his father passed. This isn't about blaming men. It's about noticing patterns and encouraging healthy masculinity. Accountability isn't punishment, it's growth. When a man embraces accountability, relationships thrive, communities thrive, men thrive, and the world a little less lonely and a little more honest and little freer for everyone. So, tonight, while I enjoy this fruits dinner, I'm thinking about how we can all encourage accountability without shaming because culture shifts one conversation at a time. And with this fruit dinner, I added Greek yogurt on top. Personally, I did not love it, but we live to try new things, just like trying new behaviors, new perspectives, new ways of holding ourselves and others accountable. It may feel strange at first, but growth rarely happens in comfort zone. Thank you for sharing this little fruit salad dinner story time with me. I hope this conversation about why men avoid accountability resonates with you. And even if it doesn't, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment below. And always remember, what do I say, my friends, is life has no script and just live it. And let's all keep growing together. In the next episode, we are going to talk about romanticizing male power. But in the meantime, enjoy this food salad recipe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to join this conversation. And if you do have any topic that resonates with you that you would like me to talk about, please drop it down in the comment below and I'll be happy to dissect and talk about it with you. And until next time, my friends, bye. I hope you have a great and lovely weekend. Bye bye.